The fact is that not all companies conduct emergency drills. The very few that conduct these drills, only 1% can prove how effective their drills are. But what if you had a system that helps you to track every drill, every action, and every performance score in one simple Power BI template? Now let me ask you this question. If an auditor asked you to prove how effective your drills are, how would you do that? How would you prove the performance of your emergency drills? That is where this template comes in. Now this is the drill matrix, a template that we use to visualize how effective our drills are. So without wasting time, let's get right into it. So this is the Power BI version, and we have the Excel version, which I'll be showing you in a bit. Now, as you can see, this template comprises 3 dashboards. All right, so the first one is a drill performance dashboard, and this is where we can actually see the drills that we've planned for the year. So this is a target, and the target is based on the frequency of the drills, which we'll be looking at when we get into the Excel sheet. So if you're saying you are planning to do a drill, for example, a fire drill every month, then what it means is that the target for the year is 12, and those that you do every week is going to be 52. And so we are just summing everything up, and that's giving us a target for the year. And so we have the targets, and then the drills that have been completed, and then we have the outstanding, and then we have the weekly drill that we carry out. So basically we are looking at the average of all the drills as per the various frequency, and we can estimate just the weekly drill. The goal is I want to see a much larger number, indicating that you've been doing a lot more drills within the week. Now over here we have the number of emergency exercises or drills that we carry out, and the number of drills that we've achieved 100%. So basically, as we plan the drills for the year and we carry out these drills, the fact that we're able to complete them gives us a score of 100%, and that is exactly what we have here. And this clearly shows that we have 3 emergency exercises that we've been able to achieve 100%, and there we have it here. And this one is a percentage of the target that we've achieved. So the 3 divided by the 13 exercises gives us the percentage of drills that have achieved the 100% target. And then over here we are looking at the number of drills that we've completed, literally. And this one is given us an indication of the drill score, basically the completion rates for all the drills. And this one is a trend chart that literally tells us, the drills that we carry out on a monthly basis and which of the months are we recording the most drills. So this is actually something that gives us a lot more insight. And we have this slicer right here to filter by each of the drills. So literally this one is, just tracking everything, and you can filter by any emergency exercise. And then again, you can also filter by the ones that have been scheduled on a monthly basis and the one that has been scheduled on the bi-weekly basis, or whichever frequency that you set for emergency drills. Now the next dashboard is a drill matrix. So this drill matrix is basically a schedule. It's a schedule of all the drills that you've planned for the year. So we are looking at it in the context of a weekly drill or weekly plan. And so the darker shade simply indicate that we've completed those drills, and then the lighter one is the ones that we've not completed. Now take note that we are looking at it from the context of what is the target for the year for each of the drills based on their frequencies. And so we always have the targets over here, the completed here, and what is outstanding. And then the next one is the drill log. So the drill log is basically the fact that every time you carry out the drills, you want to log them in a system. And so that system, we have it in the Excel sheet, and basically we are looking at the dates, the type of exercise, the time that it was initiated, the time that was completed, the duration that was taken to complete the drill, the scenario that was simulated, and then the observation that was made, and then the needed corrective action, the person responsible, and the status of action. The goal is that you want to close all actions. So basically we are tracking the number of actions, the number of actions that are open and closed, and then again we are looking at the duration that was used for this drill. So this is basically how we are tracking drill performance based on the data. Now where is the data stored? The data is actually in an Excel sheet. So I'm just going to open the Excel sheet over here. Okay, so I have it on my desktop, so I'm just going to open that right away, and there we have it. So this is the Excel sheet. This Excel sheet is a template on its own. So we have the approved list where you have to provide your list of foreseeable emergencies, the types of emergency exercises you want to do, to improve preparedness as far as those emergencies are concerned, and then the frequencies for these emergency drills. All right, so we have bi-weekly, monthly, weekly, whichever frequency that you set for yourself. And then again, you need to provide the duration. We've already done that for you, which is the frequency table. So weekly is 52 times in a year, bi-weekly is 26 times, monthly is 12 times, bi-monthly is 6 times, quarterly is 4, twice yearly is twice, and yearly is once, right? We have the action status, the action priority, and then the starting date. So the starting date, you need to provide that every year. Once you provide a starting date, automatically the calendar, okay, so the calendar will adjust in the Power BI template. So over here, we've clearly indicated that you need to provide a starting date if you're using the Power BI. And so that's going to adjust the calendar in Power BI. All right. So over here, we don't really need a calendar table as far as the Excel sheet is concerned. So basically, we have the week 1 all the way to, 52. And then based on the exercise that we've planned, the frequencies is going to give us the target. All right. So the target is right here, which is weekly is 52, bi-weekly is 26, and all of that. And the number of times this has been planned. So the planning ideally is supposed to sort of achieve the target, to be benchmarked against the target. So if the target is 52, you want to plan it 52 times. All right. And then once you've completed a drill, you simply indicate as D. So we have, basically these letters to denote whether it has been planned or it has been drilled, literally. And that's going to update all of these figures. All right. And so we have the drill log here, and that's what you use to collate all the, details of the drills that you're doing. And then you have the dashboard. So the dashboard, we are achieving a drill score of 62%. And then we've conducted a total of 78 drills. So that's pretty much what it is. And let's verify it on Power BI. So when we go into the Power BI, we've done 78 drills. Our drill score is 62%. But what we are doing differently is the fact that we are doing a lot more analysis with Power BI because we have a lot more room to navigate. So we have the distinct count of the exercises and all of that. So basically, this is what is going to look like when you're downloading the file. So this is basically the Power BI file. Once you download, you need to be able to connect to the Excel sheet. And so this Excel sheet will be on the computer, and all you need to just head over here, click on the data source, and then you change the source. Okay, and you locate the file. So the file, I have it on my desktop, and that is right here. I just click on open, I hit on OK, I close, and I apply the changes. And so this one is gonna load, and then they're all gonna check. So that would tell us that everything is connected and there's no data cleaning or data transformation to be done. So there we have it. This is checked. So when we go into our Excel sheet, all right, and we make any changes. All right. For example, if I go in the drill matrix and I sort of delete all of these entries, let's try to delete just a few of them. Now let me close it. Before that, let me quickly come here and let's just refresh, or let's see the changes that will show over here. All right. So we just refresh, and there we have it. So it has reduced. Now it's 38%. Right. So let's go back to the Excel again. Let's have a look. So let's just go back and would refresh. Okay, so there we have it. 38% over here is also, now this is on the web. So let's go back to the Power BI file itself. There we have it. 38%. Now, how do you use this template? How can you grab this template? All you need to do is just come over here, go to getting started, because you're going to find it on our website. All right. I mean, when you come to our website, Power BI templates, you scroll all the way down, you look at the drill matrix, you click on it, it brings you here. Okay, that's the home page. You go to getting started, you click here, and it takes you to the page where you can actually make the purchase. Okay, so you can actually make the purchase, and that's pretty much it. Now, in case you want to learn how this template was built, then you can enroll in our template build masterclass, or you can actually enroll in any of our data classes, and you can use that as your capstone project. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to see you guys in another video. I believe that you found this video very insightful. Bye for now. Cheers.